Click.
Click.
Welcome, everybody. Come on in. How you doing? Oh, feedback loop.
Feedback loop. Odd.
Strong start. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Happy day. Happy Curiosity Chill Day, where we pull a subject together to learn about.
What?
Yes.
Learning?
Learning together, even better.
Learning together on our own free will? Without going to school?
Yes. So today's subject is Egyptian mythology.
Nice. That one won by a lot of hype on the last stream where we were studying Greek mythology.
Yes.
And, whoa!
Oh, hello, Raiders.
Mew85, thank you for the raid. Come on in, friends.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for blowing up our stream. We have a poll.
Yeah, we do have a poll. Thanks, Bri.
Sure. What is the poll for, my beautiful wife?
The poll is, I'm curious, where shall we begin? Because I have a few different articles, and I'm curious if you want to learn first about the gods and goddesses, about monsters and mythological creatures, the creation myth itself, or virtual tours of historical sites where we can do these 3D walkthrough tours.
Whoa. Amelia Rose has done a lot of awesome research and gathered some articles that our moderators are going to share with us. And we're going to follow your lead based off this very poll where we're going to start and continue for today's hour-long stream.
Yes.
At the end of the stream today, we're going to poll what subject we'll study
Next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, that Robin. Welcome back for 7 months.
Oh, that Robin.
Oh, that Robin. Yes.
Oh, that Robin. Weird Muffin, how you doing? Welcome back for a whole year. We super appreciate your support. Thank you for being here. It looks like gods and goddesses and monsters and creatures are the top of the list. It's hard to be surprised by that, quite candidly.
Yeah, that's a great place to start. So let's first begin with the gods and goddesses.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for your input on our poll. And we're going to move through these categories as we get there. So we may have a little time towards the end of the stream to check out a virtual tour of a historical site.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
All right. So this first article is from Britannica. And we are going to be introduced to the 11 Egyptian gods and goddesses.
Yeah, that works for me.
Works for me too.
Here we are. And thank you to our moderators for sharing the links with you all. Appreciate you being here for this mic-only stream. Amelia and I like to stream our Curiosity Chills on microphones so we can share with you all of our research up on screen and also continue wearing super relaxed clothing. Because it's really early in the morning for us.
Well, not that early, but
it's too early for
enough.
cameras. Is there anybody who's tuning in right now who's on camera? I doubt it. Let's go.
Ooh, so Hoovney says that they've been researching this subject of Egypt for years.
Ooh, okay, Scooby. Listen, you tell me if we mispronounce these names.
Probably will.
Because these ones might be a little tricky. But honestly, I think Egyptian names are a little easier to pronounce than the Greek names we were up against.
Yes, those were. Okay.
You want to pop it off?
Egypt had one of the largest and most complex pantheon of gods of any civilization in the ancient world. Over the course of Egyptian history, hundreds of gods and goddesses were worshipped. The characteristics of individual gods could be hard to pin down. Most had a principal association, for example, with the sun or the underworld, and a form. But these could change over time as gods rose and fell in importance and evolved in ways that corresponded to developments in Egyptian society. Here are a few of the most important deities to know.
All right, team, get ready to shout them out. If you are familiar with this god or goddess, please raise your hand as we go and say, oh, I know Osiris.
Osiris.
Osiris. Look at that Osiris.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm noticing some pharaoh-like features here. I see a pronounced long beard, and I see a hook in one hand, and what is that? Looks like a leg of a something.
Yeah.
Let's find out about it. Osiris. This is a bronze figurine from the late period in the Egyptian Museum, Berlin. Osiris, one of Egypt's most important deities, was god of the underworld. He also symbolized death, resurrection, and the cycle of Nile floods that Egypt relied on for agricultural fertility. A crook and flail. I see Peach shouting it out already. Look at this. According to the myth, Osiris was a king of Egypt who was murdered and dismembered by his brother Seth. His wife, Isis, reassembled his body and resurrected him. Very kind of her. Allowing them to conceive a son, the god Horus. He was represented as a mummified king, wearing wrappings that left only the green skin of his hands and face exposed.
Wow.
Ooh! All right.
Okay.
How about Isis?
Isis.
Here is a figurine depicting Isis, and on top of their head, I see, looks like a sun or a moon inside of some horns.
Something that, yeah.
And what is this on their lap?
A baby?
A baby?
Maybe.
Looks definitely seated on a throne.
So this is Isis nursing Horus.
That's Horus. Everyone say, hey, Horus.
Hey, Horus.
How you hanging, Horus?
Also, hey, Lauren. Thank you so much for the gift sub group hug.
Lauren Etuaru. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Appreciate you, Frost Winters, with the double gift subs as well. Lauren Etuaru is back for 33 months.
Wow.
A mythological 33 months. And Wafeliz, thank you for being here. I'm going to say it different every time. Welcome for 14 months.
All right. So in this sculpture, Isis is nursing Horus, and it's a calcite and bronze sculpture from Egypt. 712 to 525 BCE in the Brooklyn Museum in New York. The origins of Isis are obscure. Unlike many gods, she can't be tied to a specific town, and there are no certain mentions of her in the earliest Egyptian literature. Over time, she grew in importance, though eventually becoming the most important goddess in the pantheon. As the devoted wife who resurrected Osiris after his murder and raised their son Horus, Isis embodied the traditional Egyptian virtues of a wife and mother. As the wife of the god of the underworld, Isis was also one of the main deities concerned with the rights of the dead. Along with her sister, Nephthys?
If we have any pros in the chat, please feel free to drop that phonetics on us now.
Nephthys. Isis acted as a divine mourner, and her maternal care was often depicted as extending to the dead in the underworld.
Oh.
Isis was the last of the ancient Egyptian gods to still be worshipped. In the Greco-Roman period, she was identified with the Greek goddess Aphrodite, and her cult spread as far west as Great Britain and as far east as Afghanistan. It is believed that the depictions of Isis with the infant Horus influenced Christian imagery of Mary with the infant Jesus.
All right,
Wow.
all right. And Pieces of Eden, thank you for this gift sub, group
Pieces.
hug love.
Thank you so much.
I mean, I definitely see some similarities here. Mother
Yeah.
with child.
Mother with child.
Love to see it. Well, thank you, Isis, and baby Horus must be next. Horus. Look at that Horus.
Wow.
Horus, statue at his temple in Egypt. Depicted as a falcon, or as a man with a falcon head, Horus was a sky god associated with war and hunting. He was also the embodiment of the divine kingship, and in some eras the reigning king was considered to be a manifestation of Horus. According to the Osiris myth, Horus was the son of Isis and Osiris, magically conceived after the murder of Osiris by his brother Seth. Horus was raised to avenge his father's murder. One tradition holds that Horus lost his left eye fighting with Seth, and his eye was magically healed by the god Thoth. Because his right and left eyes of Horus were associated respectively with the sun and the moon, The loss and restoration of Horus's left eye gave a mythical explanation to the phases of the moon.
Ah.
All right. Well, here's his brother Seth, and this is something. This is.
Seth or Set?
I'm going with Seth.
Okay. Set was the god of chaos, violence, deserts, and storms. In the Osiris myth, he is the murderer of Osiris, and in some versions of the myth, he tricks Osiris into laying down in a coffin and then seals it shut.
Oh man. Okay, guys, team. Anybody says lay down in this coffin, do not do it.
No.
Do not do it.
Hard
Why?
no.
Why? You're gonna endanger yourself.
Seth's appearance poses a problem for Egyptologists. He is often depicted as an animal or as a human with the head of an animal, but they can't figure out what animal he's supposed to be.
What?
He usually has a long snout
Okay.
and long ears that are squared at the tips.
So,
In his full animal form, he is a thin dog-like body and a straight tail with a tuft at the end.
That's nice. I like that.
Many scholars now believe that there is no such animal that ever existed, and that the Seth animal is some sort of mythical composite.
Okay, I gotta know more. I gotta see this animal. Show me the face of this beast. This is an advertisement. Hold on, team. I need to see what kind of animal this is. Copy.
What?
Oh, Matthew McConaughey, the future president of Texas. Okay. Hold on a second, team. I'm just going to find you a little picture of this.
And while he does that, I'm going to say, come, Broil, welcome back for 37 months.
Whoa. Here he comes. Look at that, Seth.
Yeah, he
So-
does have a kind of tufty tail.
I mean, this is a badass depiction. I mean, if I was gonna look like any kind of mythological beast, it would be like this.
In this one, his ears aren't squared. I feel
pointy.
like this might be, yeah,
So, kind of like
something like that,
a
maybe?
little bit of an anteater.
A little anteater,
like
a
a
little
ripped
bit
anteater
like a
with a dog
dog.
body. Ooh.
But, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, these seem pretty recent.
Yeah.
We should. I'm pretty sure that this PDF is not from this. This was not ancient Egyptian.
No. All right.
That's just a thirst trap.
Cool.
Moving on.
All right.
Ta. Look at this. I like him.
I like him too.
I get a good vibe from this face already. I
Me
feel nurtured. Maybe I feel very hospitable kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a cane as well, or some sort of. Does that have a face on it? An animal face? I'm seeing a lot of animal images here.
Yeah.
Ta, holding the emblems of life and power. That's what it is, team.
Nice.
Life and power, right there. Ptah was the head of a triad of gods worshipped at Memphis, not Tennessee. The other two members of the triad were Ptah's wife, the lion-headed goddess Sekhmet, and the god Nefertim, who may have been the couple's son. Ptah's original association. I just want to say, everybody, please type once into the chat. Ptah. It's nice. It feels good. Ptah's original associations seem to have been with craftsmen and builders. The 4th dynasty architect Imhotep was identified after his death as the son of Ptah. Scholars have suggested that the Greek word Aegyptus, where are my Greeks at? Please, I know we got one wonderful ancient Greek-speaking friend here. The source of the name Egypt. So Aegyptus sounds sort of like Egypt. Augustus Gloop? No, that's a different thing. May have started as a corruption of a Huaca Ptah, the name of one of Ptah's shrines. Okay, so craftsmen, builders, we love to see it. Moving right along
To Re.
Love it.
Ooh.
Oh, what are we seeing here now? I see
an eagle.
and I see an ankh. And I see the same depiction from earlier. I see the hook and the flail.
Nice. Wow.
And they're on a boat.
Yep.
Cruising past this serpent.
Yeah.
Cobra.
This is the sun god Ra, one of the creator gods of ancient Egypt. One of the several deities associated with the sun, the god Re, was usually represented with a human body and the head of a hawk. It was believed that he sailed across the sky in a boat each day and then made a passage through the underworld each night, during which he would have to defeat the snake god Apopus in order to rise again.
That's got to be Apopus.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of work every day.
Every day. Re's cult was centered in Heliopolis, a now suburb of Cairo. Over time, Re came to be syncretized with other sun deities, especially Amman.
Okay, so Re and Ra, we're going, both of them
Re and Ra.
are acceptable pronunciations, it seems. Wow, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I guess you get the hang of it, after you slay the serpent god one day,
yeah.
you kind of get a handle for it, You figure out the controls, you got to use L1 the way you don't usually use. Hathor. Here comes Hathor, depicted, it looks, these are reliefs on the Philae Island in southern Egypt.
Wow.
So here they are, thrice depicted. The goddess Hathor was usually depicted as a cow, as a woman with the head of a cow, or as a woman with cow's ears. Hathor embodied motherhood and fertility. It was believed that she protected women in childbirth. She also had an important funerary aspect, being known as the Lady of the West. Tombs were generally built on the west bank of the Nile. In some traditions, she would welcome the setting sun every night. Living people hoped to be welcomed into the afterlife in the same way. All right. I'm about it. So I guess these are cow's ears.
Yeah.
Now that I look at it a little longer, she does have interesting shape ears. Anubis. Oh, fan favorite right here.
Anubis. So this is the Egyptian Book of the Dead, Anubis, here. Anubis is weighing the soul of the scribe Annie from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Weighing the soul. Anubis was concerned with funerary practices and the care of the dead. He was usually represented as a jackal or as a man with the head of a jackal. The association of jackals with death and funerals likely arose because Egyptians would have observed jackals scavenging around cemeteries.
Aha.
In the Old Kingdom, from 2575 to 2130 BCE.
Whoa, was anybody around back then? That's a long time ago, team. We're talking 4,000 years ago, right?
Yes. Before Osiris rose to prominence as the lord of the underworld, Anubis was considered the principal god of the dead. According to the Osiris myth, Anubis embalmed and wrapped the body of the murdered king, becoming the patron god for embalmers.
Okay. Now, I definitely have seen this Anubis.
Yes, me too.
Anubis is just... Woo! And you know that they're weighing your soul here against a feather. And should you come to Anubis with a...
Heavy soul.
Yeah. Heavy soul, it's not going to work out for you.
No. Also,
Doth.
Warrior Kachit 92, welcome back for 10 months.
Oh, and Iwana, thank you for being here with your Prime. Appreciate you. If you guys have Amazon Prime, you can link it to Twitch for a free subscription on any channel. I highly recommend this one. For free by clicking the panel down below or exclamation point free in the chat. Doctor Who and Puppet Curb beat me to it. Who's Thoth? Here we go. Represented in the human form with an ibis head detailed from the Greenfield Papyrus. So this here is Thoth. Thoth, the god of writing and wisdom, could be depicted in the form of a baboon or a sacred ibis, or as a man with the head of an ibis. He was believed to have invented language and hieroglyphic script, and to serve as a scribe and advisor to the gods. As the god of wisdom, Thoth was said to possess knowledge of magic and secrets unavailable to the other gods. In underworld scenes showing the judgment undergone by deceased after their death, Thoth is depicted as weighing the hearts of the deceased and reporting the verdict to Osiris, the god of the dead. So it looks like Thoth is the one doing the weighing.
Oh yeah, see, look at him. He's like, I don't know.
He's like, I don't know. You seem pretty guilty.
No, he looks like he's writing about it.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. So maybe he's more the record keeper.
Yeah.
Compared to the other god who's actually doing the actual weighing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
Wow. Let me just say real quick too that I mean that's a thing. Like, can you imagine your whole worldview being that when you die, your soul is going to be weighed against a feather? I mean, that's saying your entire life you want to keep this awareness of, am I as honest as my intention?
Yeah.
You know, so that I can. It's a. Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just saying. Internet trolls would not have a
light soul.
A light soul. No. In fact, everything you type into chat or on the internet anywhere would be logged here by Thoth. He's like, I don't know, you were kind of a dick about that one thing.
Bastet. Ooh, cat.
Oh, we like Bastet already. I see some love flowing through.
Love for Bastet.
And a nice mantle here on them.
So this Egyptian cat statue representing the goddess Bastet. In her earliest forms, the goddess Bastet was represented as a woman with the head of a lion or a wild cat. She took the less ferocious form in a domestic cat in the first millennium BCE. In later periods, she was often represented as a regal-looking seated cat, sometimes wearing rings in her ears or nose. In the Ptolemaic period, she came to be associated with the Greek goddess Artemis, the divine hunter and goddess of the moon.
Love it.
Ptolemaic. Thank you, Boyce.
Boyce knows. Or Boyce is confident in not knowing, one of the two. Yeah, what's up? Happy Pride Month to you. I see you. I see you guys shouting out. You guys want to share your pronouns in the chat? Feel free. There's also exclamation point pronouns will allow you an extension on Twitch so that you can see. I use he, him, Amelia, she, her, and we don't have the extension on ours enabled because otherwise it would say all of them. But yeah, shout it out. Welcome. Yeah. He, him, how's it going? Thank you for being here. I see Moogie Blue cheering and Bexo Exo. Thank you for the cheers as well, my friends. Cumber Royal, thank you for being here. And Jenna All, welcome back for 20 months. And Ronef for 37 months. Ronef, you're not sick of us yet? You just want a little more education? What's going on? Just Jessica, 21, hanging out with us for 29 months. And Re3, thank you for cheering as always. Carol Fu, how you doing 20 months in a row? Happy Pride, everybody. Wow, what's going on? I see a lot of awesome and interesting pronouns. Thank you guys for being so open and sharing them. An ice band is good with anything. There you go. Sweet. And Shirokun, thank you for the raid.
Hello. We're learning about ancient Egypt and the 11 Egyptian gods and goddesses right now.
Yes, thank you for blowing up our stream. You showed up just in time for Bastet, the cat-like god. Down, down.
Goddess of the hunt. Now, Amman.
Amman.
Aw, Pieces, thank you so much for the gifts of group hug.
Giving some love.
Really appreciate you.
Thank you, Pieces of Eden, for the love. Sorry, guys, for my pitchy early morning singing, but I'm in a mood today. All right. Amman. Look at that. Now, okay, poll in the chat. Regular size man, gigantic ram? Or regular size ram, tiny man? What do we think, team?
I think that is a giant ram, honestly.
Right? Mm-hmm. I think it's a giant ram, and I think it's a standard issue. You think a tiny man? Oh, a lot of you think a tiny man? Why do you think a tiny man with a giant ram? Oh, good combo. Okay, so the man is especially small, and the ram is especially large. Let's go down. This is Amman and Taraka. a granite statue of Amman in the form of a ram protecting the king. Ooh, King Taraka in the 25th dynasty, years 690 to 664. Wow. 34-year reign. So it turns out this is a standard issue
Man.
Maybe a king-size man.
And a big
with
ram.
a gigantic godlike ram. Before rising to national importance in the New Kingdom, circa 1539 to 1229 BCE, the god Amman was worshipped locally in the southern city of Thebes. Amman was a god of the air, and the name probably means the hidden one.
Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah.
He was usually represented as a man wearing a crown with two vertical plumes. His animal symbols were the ram and the goose. After the rulers of Thebes rebelled against a dynasty of foreign rulers known as the Hyksos and re-established native Egyptian rule throughout Egypt, Amman received credit for their victory. In a form merged with the sun god Ra, he became the most powerful deity in Egypt, a position he retained for most of the New Kingdom. Today, the massive temple complex devoted to Amon-Ra at Karnak is one of the most visited monuments in Egypt.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, I feel like I kind of want to look this one up right here. I want to see what this looks like. If it's the most visited. Bunch of ads. Let's say
that was it.
Healthy together. Quit procrastinating, you guys, and buy stuff for your pet.
All right, that was it.
That's it. Okay, sweet. Sweet. Okay, I want to look up this location here real quick. And then next you guys pulled that you wanted to check out
Mythological creatures and monsters.
I like it.
Ancient Egypt.
So that's this one?
I don't know. No, it doesn't look like it.
Boop, 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 doop, boop. Here we go.
Yeah,
monsters,
there we go.
There we go. Nice. All right, just real quick, satisfy my curiosity with this. Ye old copy, ye old paste. And has anyone been to this place?
Yeah.
Wow. This is the Temple of Amon-Re, or Amon-Ra. Wow. Okay, so I've definitely seen these giant pillars before.
Yeah, who has gone to visit Egypt? Or maybe you live in Egypt? I have never gone, but I would love to go.
Yeah, this is definitely a bucket list type thing for Amelia and I. We're like, is there a Comic-Con in Egypt? There must be. Super cool. All right, we can get into historical places as we go longer. But let's get into Thought Co. moderators. This is...
Ooh, Thea Gaming Wolf is Egyptian.
Hey!
Hey!
Thea Wolf Gaming, if you are familiar with any of these things or how to pronounce them if we're screwing it up, please let us know. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
Where's everybody else tuning in from around the world? Let's see who lives closest to the Nile River. All right? Thank you, Thea. Thank you all for being here. We've got friends in Germany and Arizona, Canada. Canada's pretty far from Egypt, huh? Germany,
Singapore,
Estonia,
Poland,
Russia, France, India,
Switzerland,
Singapore, Neptune,
Finland, South Africa,
New Mexico, Dominican Republic. Buenvenidos.
Oh, we have another friend in Egypt.
Another one. Who's also from Egypt? Hey,
Tobji,
what's up?
hello.
Thank you for joining us. I see Austria, Slovakia,
Greece,
Ukraine, Privet, Florida,
Michigan.
nice, the Netherlands and Moscow, Long Island, New York. What's going on? Hey, Texas, how you doing? Howdy.
All right. Monsters and mythological creatures of ancient Egypt. In the Egyptian canon, it is often difficult to distinguish monsters and mythical creatures from the gods themselves. For example, how do you classify the cat-headed goddess Bastet or the jackal-headed god Anubis? Still, there are some figures that don't quite rise to the level of actual deities, functioning instead as either symbols of power or ruthlessness, or figures to be invoked as warnings to mischievous children. Careful, children.
Hey, Tama, I see you're tuning in from Egypt as well. Thank you for being here.
Below, you'll discover the 8 most important monsters and mythical creatures of ancient Egypt, ranging from the crocodile-headed chimera, Amit, to the rearing cobra known as Uraeus.
Ooh, Amit. Amit is your favorite, Oak Wolf? All right, let's get into it then. This is the Devourer of the Dead.
Whoa.
Okay. A mythological chimera composed of the head of a crocodile, the forelimbs of a lion, and the hind limbs of a hippopotamus.
Whoa.
Amit was the personification of the man-eating predators so feared by ancient Egyptians. According to legend, after a person died, the Egyptian god Anubis weighed the deceased's heart against a scale of a single feather from Ma'at, the goddess of truth. If the heart was found wanting, it would be devoured by Amit, and the individual's soul would be cast for eternity into fiery limbo?
Whoa.
Jericho, you know what to do. Show me fiery limbo. Like many other Egyptian monsters on this list, Amit has been linked or even conflated with various obscure deities including Terawet, the goddess of conception and childbirth, and Bes, the protector of the hearth.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. So there Amit is. Right there.
Snacking.
Getting ready.
Ooh. I mean, and this is a situation. This is a situation to have lion front legs, hippopotamus on the back, and what is it? What is the face of dog?
No.
Face of jackal? Face of
Crocodile. Head of
crocodile.
crocodile.
Oh, crocodile.
Yes.
Oh, and then it goes into a lion's mane.
Yeah.
A crocodile with a lion's mane and hippo legs. That would not be my first choice to run into that.
Angzilla, welcome back for 17 months. That feels like Angzilla.
Angzilla.
Yes.
Angzilla, I feel like you might be the only one equipped to deal with such a beast.
Yes.
I hope
and
you have
Charlotte Art's back for 23 months.
Oh, Charlotte Art. With a light heart. Apep.
Apep, the enemy of light.
Okay.
Ooh, wow.
Okay.
This
What
is
is-
a very long snake. The arch enemy of Ma'at.
Sorry, I'm just drifting.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to... This looks like a Mario Kart level to me.
The arch enemy of Ma'at, the goddess of truth mentioned in the previous slide, Apep, was a giant mythological snake that stretched for 50 feet from head to tail. Oddly enough, we now have fossil evidence of some real-life snakes, like the elusively named Titanoboa of South America, actually attained these gigantic sizes. Holy shit!
Hold on, team.
What?
Y'all want to see the biggest snake we can find? Opening a new tab.
Oh my god. No. No.
What the f- is that?
No, that's eating a crocodile.
This is eating a crocodile?
That's what it looks like. Oh god.
The 50-foot long, 2,000-pound giant prehistoric snake?
The Titan boa.
50...
Oh, no,
50
no.
50 feet long? You guys, most rooms that you're in are probably like 10 to 20 feet, and the big room would be 20 feet long. Like, this snake is
Oh my god.
longer than like 5 rooms.
And it ate crocodiles.
And it ate crocodiles like a snack?
Yeah.
Like popcorn?
Oh.
Apparently they had just...
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, but look.
5 million years after the KT extinction event. Oh my gosh. Looked like a boa constrictor but hunted like a crocodile. Replaced Gigantophobus as the largest known prehistoric snake. Twice as long as today's longest snakes. 3 feet in diameter.
Oh my god. Wow.
3 feet in diameter, team.
Oh no. Oh no.
There are hardly... I don't
Oh,
think
no,
there's any
no,
people.
no,
There's
no,
very
no.
few people are even 3 feet in diameter.
Oh god.
Okay.
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 All right, take me back.
Well, I mean, we're on monsters.
I know. Okay, wait. So,
That's a thick boy. You are right.
according to legend, every morning the Egyptian sun god Ra engaged in a heated battle with Apep, coiled just below the horizon, and could only shine his light after vanquishing his foe. What's more, the subterranean movements of Apep were said to cause earthquakes, and its violent encounters with Set, the god of the desert, spawned terrifying thunderstorms. Yeah.
Okay.
That is terrifying.
That is. What's up, S94? Thank you for being here.
And Rogue Werewolf is back for 9 months. Twitch, baby.
Ooh, Bennu, the Bird of Fire. I think I know who's gonna like this. The Bird of Fire is an ancient source of the Phoenix myth.
Hey.
Do you want to read this one since you're...
You can go ahead and read it.
Okay.
I like hearing your voice.
Oh, well, I like seeing your face.
Oh.
Aww. So here we are. I'm going to use my voice at your face. The ancient source of the Phoenix myth. And our Mass Effect character's name is Phoenix Shepard. And if y'all want to join us on Sundays, we are loving Mass Effect. Mm-hmm. The ancient source of the Phoenix myth, at least according to some authorities, Bennu, the bird god, was a familiar of Ra, as well as the animating spirit that empowered or powered creation. In one tale, Bennu glides over the primordial waters of Nun, the father of the Egyptian gods. More important, for later European history, Bennu was also associated with the theme of rebirth and wound up immortalized by the Greek historian Herodotus as the Phoenix, which he described in 500 BC as a giant red and gold bird born anew every day like the sun. Later details about the mythical phoenix, such as its periodic destruction by fire, were added much later, but there is some speculation that even the word phoenix is a distant corruption of Bennu. I like it.
Yeah, so cool.
So cool. Oh, tell me about El Nadanha.
El Nadaha, the siren of the Nile. A bit like a cross between the Little Mermaid, the siren of Greek myth, and the creepy girl from the Ring movies. El Nadaha was a relatively recent origin compared with the 5,000-year span of Egyptian mythology. Just within the past century, apparently, stories begin to circulate in rural Egypt about a beautiful voice that calls, by name, to men walking the banks of the Nile. Desperate to get a look at this enchanting creature, the bewitched victim veers closer and closer to the water.
Bro, don't do it, bro.
Until he falls or is dragged in and drowns.
No, bro!
El Nada'a is often adduced as being a classic genie, which, unlike other entities on the list, would place her in the Muslim rather than the classical Egyptian pantheon.
All right. Tell you what, team. If you hear some singing and there's a beautiful lady.
Be careful.
Yeah. I mean, be careful. Don't say we didn't warn you. The Griffin, beast of war. Yes. Look at that Griffin. The ultimate origins of the Griffin are shrouded in mystery, as they should be. But we do know that this fearsome beast is mentioned in both ancient Iranian and ancient Egyptian texts. Yet another chimera, like Amit, the griffin features the head and wings, talons of an eagle, grafted onto a lion's body. Since both eagles and lions are hunters, it's clear that the griffin served as a symbol of war, and it also did double and triple duty as a king of all the mythological creatures and the staunch guardian of priceless treasures. On the premise that evolution applies every bit as much to mythological creatures as it does to those made of flesh and blood, the Griffin must have been one of the best adapted monsters in the Egyptian pantheon. Still going strong in the public imagination after 5,000 years.
That's true, that's true.
That's true. I do feel like the Griffin, there are sports teams, high school teams especially. The Griffins, I've seen Griffins in games. We're up against some Griffins in The Witcher, which we're playing on Saturdays if you guys want to join us. We also do some bonus streams. I know a lot of you guys are here because you get notifications on Twitch, but make sure you get your notifications on so you can join us when we go randomly live and play a little bonus stream action, which might happen tonight, just saying. Sarah Newt. Thank you, Sarah Newt, for being here for 2 months. Newt to you, toot. And hostess Misake, thank you for being here for 5 months. I also saw that we've got some, that's a lot.
True Hope Faith is
True
back
Hope
for
Faith is
37 months.
37 months, over 3 years. Thank you, True Hope Faith.
And Holy Everest is back for 10 months. And Inky Sarah, welcome back as well.
Thank you for resubscribing. Appreciate you. Amelia, will you tell me who is the harbinger of chaos?
Serpopard. The Serpopard is an unusual example of a mythological creature for which no name has been adduced from historical records. All we know is that the depictions of the creatures with the body of a leopard and the head of a snake adorn various Egyptian ornaments, and when it comes to their presumed meaning, one classicist's guess is as good as another's. One theory is that Serpopards represent chaos and barbarianism lurking beyond the borders of Egypt during the pre-dynastic period, over 5,000 years ago. But since the chimeras also feature in Mesopotamian art from the same time span, in pairs with necks entwined, they may also have served as symbols of vitality or masculinity. That was a mouthful.
Yeah. It's chaos.
Okay.
Harbinger of chaos.
Yeah.
Well, not to put you on the spot, but you want to read about the Sphinx, the teller of riddles? Or?
Sure, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay, but can you move it up so I can read it?
Oh,
thanks.
Sure.
Yeah. Sphinxes aren't exclusively Egyptian. Depictions of these human-headed, lion-bodied beasts have been discovered as far afield as Turkey and Greece. But the Great Sphinx of Giza in Egypt is by far the most famous member of the breed. Is it Giza? Okay. There are two main differences between Egyptian sphinxes and the Greek and Turkish variety. The former invariably have the head of a man and are described as unaggressive and even-tempered, while the latter are often female and have an unpleasant disposition. Other than that, though, all sphinxes serve pretty much the same function: to zealously guard treasures or repositories of wisdom and not allow travelers to pass unless they can solve a clever riddle.
Okay, well, I think maybe it would be fun to read a riddle of the Sphinx.
Sure.
You guys want to take a little riddle? I'm doing it. Although when I typed in riddle of the Sphinx, I got riddle of the day, which could be a lot. All right, I'm gonna read you this riddle, and I think some of you already know the answer to it because you know how it is. Which creature walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs in the evening?
Yeah.
Man! Human! Yes! Man walks on 4 legs in the morning, crawling as a baby, 2 legs in the afternoon, walking upright through most of their life, and 3 legs in the evening, using a cane in old age. Legend has it. All right, thank you. That's a Sphinx riddle for you guys.
All right.
And Uraeus, the Cobra of the gods. Look at that cobra.
Wow.
Not to be confused with the demon snake Apep. Euceris is a
I
rearing...
don't see an S in there.
Uraeus is a rearing cobra, symbolizing the majesty of the Egyptian pharaohs. The origins of this figure hark back to Egyptian prehistory during the pre-dynastic period. Uraeus was associated with the now obscure god Wadjet, who presided over the fertility of the Nile Delta and Lower Egypt. Around the same time, a familiar function was performed in Upper Egypt by the even more obscure goddess Nekhbet, often depicted as a white vulture. When Upper and Lower Egypt were unified around 3000 BC, so 5,021 years ago, depictions of both Uraeus and Nekhbet were diplomatically incorporated into the royal headdress and were known informally as the pharaonic court, in the pharaonic court as the two ladies. So the vulture and the snake unite these two, existing areas of Upper and Lower Egypt when they were all united
Oh, cool.
as under one pharaoh.
Wow. All right.
That's
So,
awesome.
what did you learn? Pop quiz.
Oh, pop quiz time.
Type something into the chat that you learned today. I learned that about all of these different Egyptian gods and goddesses. I didn't really know that much about them at all.
Neither did I.
No.
Quite candidly. What else did you learn?
The loss and restoration of Horus's left eye gave the mythical explanation for the phases of the moon.
Oh, yeah. I do like that. I learned that today, too.
The cobra was considered sacred as it could kill with poison. But from said poison, Egyptian healers could procure medicines. Yes. Big snakes. I know, yes. Giant snakes. Souls were being weighed after death to determine whether or not they were going to be consumed. Yeah, I didn't realize that either. Seth killed his brother, Osiris, and Isis reassembled him. I didn't know that either.
One thing I think is really interesting with studying mythology is how myths from some cultures travel to other cultures and can be incorporated. So there's, Iranian gods and Egyptian gods that, are moving from Muslim and ancient Egyptian culture that are later adapted and understood similarly by the Greeks and the Romans. And a lot of Greek and Roman mythology eventually evolves into what is now Judeo-Christian mythology and explanations for the world as it is. So it's all connected. And for clarity, we are studying ancient Egyptian gods and goddesses. So we're rewinding thousands of years of ideology here.
You learned that sirens are adapted from the Greek goddess. Yes.
Yeah.
Liquid hand sanitizer. Thank you so much for that gift sub group hug.
Yo,
Thank
liquid
you.
hand sanitizer. That's awesome. Thank you for your support, friend. We appreciate you being here.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, now next we have to decide what will we study next week. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, we can. What should we study next week? What should we study? I'll start this off afterwards.
What are you interested in studying next week? Type something into the chat that you are curious about, and then we will do a poll together to decide what we're going to learn about next.
I just want to double check our dates here. What day is today? Today
is the 8th.
So next week is the 15th.
Yeah.
Sweet. Slavic mythology, Norse mythology, volcanoes. Okay. Volcanoes has been really running for some time. We're keeping volcanoes on the list.
The Zodiac.
We've done that one.
Deep Sea.
The deep sea.
Norse
or
Indian mythology.
Okay.
Psychology. Maybe you can get a little more specific.
Pride Month.
Yeah, let's do Pride Month.
Okay, I think four is good to begin. Team, let's check it out. We pull this every week, so if you suggested an idea that we'll use on next one, but it seems to me, there it is. We got number 1 in the chat, volcanoes. Number 2 in the chat, deep sea. Number 3 in the chat, Norse mythology. And number 4, Pride Month. Yeah. The origin of Pride Month. And, you know, how we're living this life.
Cloud in a Crown, thank you so much for the gift sub to Grams. Pieces of Eden, thanks for the gift sub to NXL. And Neon, oi, thanks for the gift sub to Anikoki. Go.
Oh, and Cyber Modus, welcome back for 7 months. We appreciate you very much. Yeah, we will learn all about I'm sure we'll learn about the Stonewall and, I mean, everything else. So here we go.
Yeah.
It's Pride Month. There it is, team. Sweet. We look forward to celebrating with you 1 hour earlier than whatever time it is for you right now is when we start our Curiosity Chill streams. And next Tuesday, we will all learn about the origins of Pride Month and associated history. We've also got one more idea. We got to discover where we're going to raid.
Yeah. So Brian's going to put in a couple different options, and then we're going to do one more poll.
But what's a raid, Amelia? I don't know.
A raid is where we will pick another channel, and we will all teleport over to that channel together. And when we get there, we love to shower them with positivity, a lot of brightly colored emotes. And if you like what they're doing, then please hit their follow button.
All right. These are some great ones. Thank you to our moderators again and our lieutenants for helping us on the stream. We really appreciate you guys, and thank you also for finding these 3 targets where we can raid onto.
Yes.
Type a 1 in the chat if you would like to go to a stream where they are painting some Pokemon cards, some mythical creatures in their own right. Speaking of, Ori in the Blind Forest is number 2 in the chat, and number 3 if you want to chill out with some Animal Crossing and see if they have any animals on their island, which are part crocodile, part lion, and part hippopotamus. iRobot Tick, thank you for the big cheers. We would love Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey. Thank you very much for shouting it out. If you want to officially recommend a game, it's !games in the chat, or you can check out the panel down below the video. And we are going to raid on to painting some Pokemon cards.
Nice.
I love to see it. Thank you. Let me just double check this real quick. Just want to double check because they have such a nice and simple username. I want to make sure I got it spelled right. There it is. Okay, perfect. Painting Pokemon cards. Oh, you guys are gonna like this.
Ooh, that looks really cool.
Oh, I'm gonna like this too. Anybody else collect Pokemon cards, by the way? I'm in a month from now gonna get to see my folks, and they're bringing me my childhood collection. So I'm really super ready for some Pokemon cards in my hands. Thank you guys for the stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your company, everybody. We appreciate you joining us so much. It's good vibes, everybody. Thank you for joining. And I'm going to go here so I can type in the raid command. All you got to do is stay put, and we're all going to teleport over together to Cassie's channel. And if you like what they're up to, drop some follows. Feel free to use all your most colorful emotes and show them some serious love for their art. And speaking of art, if you would like to share with us your art prompts, Amelia and I have put up on Twitter and on Instagram our June, is it? Oh my gosh, time flies.
Dechart art prompts. Which give you a bunch of different launching points if you feel like being creative. And we're gonna see if we can pull that up. But if not, just type in. You'll
find it on Twitter and Instagram. It's also up on our Discord. You guys can share it with us. And a lot of you have done some really incredible work, and we're only 8 days into the month. So keep it up, team. We will see you soon. My name is Brian.
My name is Amelia.
And this is our Twitch. Let's raid.